Hey, Elias from Elevated Extensions here, and in this video, I want to show you how to add a custom search bar to your WordPress site. That's going to be beautiful, very fast, and allow your users to find whatever they're looking for really quickly. Now, this is a plugin I'm talking about. It's called Elevated Site Search, and once you install it and activate the license, this is what you're going to get. Now, right out of the gate, we can see that it has a lot of customization options. You can customize how it looks, the text, the borders, the backgrounds, the colors, everything. And it's also going to have a lot of nice features like be able to find all of the registered post types on your WordPress site, and you're going to be able to index those, and your users be able to find the content they're looking for there. It has fuzzy matching. You can control the field weighting. It has keyword shortcuts. You can decide which post categories to index or not. And it has some other nice features that we're going to go through in this video. Now, let me just quickly show you how this looks on an actual live site. We have this here on breakdance.com, wplimport.com, oxygenbuilder.com, wp-toolkit.com, and of course in elevated extensions.com. So if you go to wplimport.com or breakdance.com and maybe you press Command K and type in menu, and it's going to return the results very quickly. You can see this is I'm not editing this part. The speed that you saw is very much real. You can go right now to breakdance.com/documentation and try it for yourself. Now, right out of the gate, we have all of these documentation articles containing these keywords. You can see that it highlights the thing that we're looking for right here. So that's awesome. But if you weren't looking for a documentation article in this example, but maybe a tutorial, you can change here. You can select here the post type, and it's going to filter through very quickly too. Um, so yeah, this is how it works. Let me show you a couple of other examples here in WPL import. Maybe we wanna go for one of the popular searches because it does store those searches here, and your users can just click them and get results almost instantly. You can see that right here. We even show the results in the middle of a word. This is very nice. And as you can see, it looks completely different than here in breakdance.com. But here in oxygenbuilder.com, last example before we dive in, we can see that this is a dark themed website. And if you press Command K or click on the search bar, you can see this beautiful dark themed UI for this search bar. Now let's do the same, but let's type in variable, and we get all of the results for our documentation and some tutorials too, by the way. But if we were to make a typo, maybe let's type in here some other letters that had nothing to do with variable, it's still going to find the right results, and very quickly, as you just saw. Now let's go into elevated site search right here. This is the site that we're going to be working with today, and we're going to place the search bar right here on this right corner of the menu header. Right, so this website has a lot of dark kind of backgrounds, so we're going to go for a dark themed search bar, and it does have some orange and square details around the site. So this is kind of the brand that we're working with today. Let's jump in here to Elevated Site Search and learn how to add our custom search bar to our WordPress site. Now, the first thing you want to do is select the theme. My personal favorite is a modern one, so this is the one that I'm going to select. It's going to open like a pop-up. It's the same that I just showed you here in the example websites. And you can customize which elements to show or which ones maybe you don't want to show. That's up to you. I'm going to leave all of this as it is by default. And then the next thing we need to set up is the mode. I'm going to switch to dark. We can do that manually, but this is going to save us a lot of time. And Elevated Site Search is designed precisely for that. Now, let me show you what I mean by that. We have here the brand color. So we're gonna go to our site, and you can do this with a Chrome extension, and you pick the color that you want. But in my case, since I'm using Breakdance, I can go to Global Styles, Colors, and find my palette. Now, these are all of the colors that my site is using. So I'm gonna add the orange from here. I'm gonna click copy, and I'm gonna paste it here in the brand color. Now, as soon as we do that, you can see that a lot of elements kind of change, and it kind of derives the colors from the brand color. So you can see that all of these change. Let me go back. All of these are derived from this main color, but as soon as I change that brand color, it's gonna derive all of the other ones. Now we can of course override this. You can see that here we have some options to customize the text size and other stuff. But if I enable the override theme colors switch, you're gonna see a lot of other customization options. Now, I don't want to do that in this example because I think that the theme colors are going to work just great. So let me just continue grabbing here the colors that we're going to use. Now we're going to get this gray one and paste it here in the accent. And this is going to change the highlight colors, right? And for the background, we're going to use this base color. So I'm going to go back and paste that in, and that looks much better. Now, if you ask me, this already looks great and already looks on brand. But we do want to get rid of some of these borders, right? So we're gonna do that right now. You can customize the input width and some other stuff here. You can just play around with it. I'm gonna leave it as it is by now. The text size, uh, I seem to remember that this is 20px. Yeah, this is 20px. So we're gonna use 20px here for this as well, because we want these to look as part of the site that already exists. So that's very important when designing a site, that everything kind of feels as part of the same. It doesn't need to look exactly uh, as everything, right? But it does need to be familiar. So let's try to make this as familiar as possible to our design website right here. So let's go back and the import border styles. Let's enable that switch, and we're gonna drop the border width, which you can't see right here because it has some other color. But if I put this to red or something like that, you can see right here that it does have a border. So let's just drop that to 0. And just so you know, guys, you can control per site for the border width, the border radius, paddings, some of those stuff that you may want to, I don't know, be more granular about. Well, you can do it with the elevated site search. So let's just continue here for the border radius. As I said, our website right here has a lot of square details, so that's what we're gonna go for. So we're going to drop that to 0. So you can see right here. Input padding, I think that's fine. You can control per site too, as I said before. All of this is fine as it is, so I'm going to leave it. This is fine. This is fine too. Okay, so the results area, this is the model right here. The border radius should be 0. That's nice. The type filters, these are the type filters, so we're going to drop that border radius to 0 as well. Result item, well, as you can see, all of these have a border. Yeah, so we're going to drop that to 0. That's fine. But I think that this bottom border is a little bit too visible, so let's just drop that and reduce the opacity to something more delicate. Something like this, I think, might work. Yeah, let's do it like this. Image borders, right now they're kind of rounded, so let's drop that to 0 as well. All right, looks nice. Let's continue here in the results display. Again, you can customize some of the stuff that you maybe want to see or don't want to see here in the search results. And you can also customize how many results you want to see. right here. I think 10 or 20 is probably right. So let's leave it as is. You can customize the labels as well. I'm gonna leave them all as they are by default. And up until now, we've customized how our search bar is gonna look. And this is awesome because we have a really nice looking search bar right now in just a few minutes. But now we're going to customize how it works. Now, in my case, I just imported a bunch of furniture posts right here. And I did that with WP import, which is great if you wanna maybe import or export even large amounts of data to your WordPress site. Well, you can do that with WP import, which is what I did right here. So we only have post in this example, but if we had other post types registered in our site, they will show up here. Now, again, I don't want to show pages in my results, so I'm going to just remove that from here. And I do want to include excerpts and categories and tags, so I'm going to leave this enabled. Include comments. I mean, in this example, it's not required, but you can include that if you want to. You can also include some custom fields that you may have registered for those post types. Now, this is very useful because say that you're going to add this search bar because you have a library website or a bookstore or maybe a recipes or news site. Well, inside of those posts, there's probably going to be a bunch of custom fields that you want to be able to perform searches through, right? So right here, they're going to show up. Right now, I don't have any, so there's no custom field found. But if you had, they will show up here. Now, let's continue with fuzzy matching. Now, fuzzy matching is what allows for typos to be made, like I said, like I show you guys here in the oxygenbuilder.com site, and still be able to find the results that you're looking for. Now, you can turn that off, or you can kind of tweak how forgiving it is with those typos. For most users, normal is going to be like the sweet spot. Same with the custom field weight. You can customize this to kind of give more weight to specific data point right here. And this is going to affect the rankings. Now, again, in most cases, you're probably going to let this as is, but it's nice to have this if you want to. Now let's continue the keyword shortcuts. If you know me, you know I'm a really big fan of keyword shortcuts. I think that they save a lot of time. So I definitely want to keep them. But I think that I want a very clean look here, almost like another menu item, just slightly uh, more delicate. So I'm going to remove the keyword hint, but I'm going to keep the functionality, and I'm going to keep it with Command K because that's the one that I use the most. But you can keep that with forward slash or both, right? Now here for the search filters, I'm not going to customize this, but if you want to exclude or only include specific post categories or tags, you can just do that. Now, for the search engine, we have by default MySQL, but you can change that to SQLite if you want to, and you can even schedule the index. Now, this is very useful for sites where the content changes very often. For instance, say that you have, I don't know, like a listings website, like a properties listing website, something like that, or maybe a news website, and you want to be indexing new content on a daily basis, right? So this is what you want to do. You set this to daily or monthly or whatever, set the time. And at this time, it is going to index whatever content that's new. So this is really nice, but for this example, it's not going to be required. Now, lastly, we have here the show powered by Elevated Site Search ad, and you can go to this URL right here and grab your affiliate ID powered by Solid Affiliate. Now, once you do that, just place the affiliate ID here, and this is a great way to make some money by promoting Elevated Site Search. Every time someone clicks on this link, and goes to elevatedextensions.com and performs a purchase here, they're going to get a percentage out of that. Now, let's wrap this up and save the settings. Since it's the first time I'm doing this, it's gonna rebuild the index. It should be just a few seconds, so let's just wait. And there you go. Now we're ready. Now, there is two ways you can go about setting this search bar on your site. You can copy the shortcode, but since I'm using Breakdance, we have a little benefit. Let's open the main header right here, and I'm gonna show you what's going on. Now here we have our header builder. It has this div right here. I'm gonna add another div on the right side, and inside of this, I'm gonna add the elevated site search element for Breakdance. Now, there you go. It looks great. Let me save, and let's go back here to the front end. And there you go. We have our beautiful search bar. It is a little bit too wide though, so I'm gonna go back to elevated site search, and right here I can customize the max input width to say 200. Let's save. Notice it didn't index the content because it hasn't changed. So let's go back to the front end. There you go, much better. We can click on it. There you go, it looks great. Or we can press Command K, same result, and it still looks beautiful. Now let's try to find some tables. There you go. Here are all of the results for tables. Let's try to find wood. Very quick and very accurate as well. Let's try to, yeah, make a typo here, table. This isn't even a word, but you can see that it's finding the results anyway. So there you have it, guys. That is how you add a custom search bar to your WordPress site. And it was very quick and easy. I did kind of ramble a little bit through all of the features, but you can just go select the mode, light or dark, set the brand color and these two or three other colors, and you are pretty much done. After that, maybe you want to tweak some borders and whatnot, but you're good to go. Copy the shortcode if you're using maybe Elementor, Divi, Gutenberg, or some other builder, or if you're using either Breakdance or Oxygen, you can use the built-in elevated site search element. Now, guys, if you want to get this plugin, go right now to elevatedextensions.com or plugins, and you're gonna find the menu item right here. But depending on the date that you're watching this video, this option might still be available for you. So click on the menu item, All Access Pass, and you're gonna get here with an incredible offer that's gonna let you get all of our plugins plus whatever we develop in the future for elevated extensions for just $199 one-time payment. So this is an amazing deal, and right now we have 4 plugins available with many more coming your way. We have an amazing and very flexible plugin for managing discounts in WooCommerce. You can create buy one get one tire discounts. You can schedule your discount. You can maybe apply them conditionally per role or per date, or I don't know, whatever discount you can imagine. You can probably do that with elevated discount rules. If you can't, drop us a message, tell us which kind of discount you're trying to create on your WooCommerce site, and we're going to add it to a list. Now, we do have an e-commerce optimized version of the plugin we just saw, the elevated site search. It's called elevated product search. And this is going to be pretty much the same plugin, except it's optimized for conversions. The idea is that this plugin allows your users to quickly find whatever that they're looking for and buy it right there. Now, we also have this beautiful elevated site search plugin, which is probably my favorite one. I don't know why this is my favorite one, but it is. It's probably because back in the day, I struggled a lot with setting up an Instagram feed on my WordPress sites that will look beautiful, that was lightweight, highly customizable. All of that nice stuff is baked in this elevated Instagram feed plugin. So go check it out. And as I said, we have a lot more plugins coming in. So if you're interested, just click on this button or this one or whatever button you see and add this to a cart and get it. Now, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and you learned how to add a custom, very powerful, lightweight search bar to your WordPress sites, and follow us for more WordPress solutions that are simple and powerful. Thank you for watching and see you next time.